Hey guys, today we're going to talk about how we're all in trouble. Jim Rogers' warning. Let's get right into it. The stock market is taking a beating, and many investors are wondering when things will turn around. According to legendary investor Jim Rogers, there is hope on the horizon, but only for a limited time. He tells ET Now, "We had huge pessimism because of inflation and other things," adding, "Now it looks like inflation and pessimism is breaking, but just remember, this is probably the last rally." The 79-year-old investor knows a thing or two about making money in turbulent times. He co-founded the Quantum Fund with George Soros in 1973, right in the middle of a devastating bear market. From then till 1980, the portfolio returned 4,200%, while the S&P 500 rose 47%. So let's look at why Rogers is pessimistic and what he likes and dislikes about this environment. According to Rogers, the stock market has attracted a large number of new investors. However, these new investors did not go to the traditional route. He says, "New investors are coming in. They have discovered this new thing called the stock market. It is fun and one can make money, and they are betting on crazy stocks." He then added that crazy stocks are going through the roof. He also mentions the euphoria we previously saw around special purpose acquisition companies. He said, "Everybody comes in betting on SPACs, but SPACs have been around for years. It has all happened before. The lesson here, as Rogers explains, is that usually towards the end, stocks go crazy. The recent rise in commodity prices is one of the most reliable indicators of inflation. Indeed, commodity prices are widely regarded as a leading indicator of inflation. When the cost of raw materials rises, the price of finished goods rises as well, raising consumer prices." Rogers understands the value of commodities. In 1998, he established the Rogers International Commodity Index. The Rogers International Commodity Index total return is up 15% year to date, according to Bloomberg. He's also holding commodities. He said, "I own commodities, and commodities certainly are going to do well because of supply constraints that are developing, and the central banks will print more money eventually because that is all they know how to do." Adding, "We have a recession. They will panic and print more money, and when there is a lot of money printing, the main thing to own are real assets." When asked what he would go along for the next 3 years, Rogers' response was simple. First, silver, maybe agriculture. Silver, as a precious metal, can serve as a store of value because it cannot be printed out of thin air like fiat money. Of course, gold serves the same purpose, but Rogers prefers the gray metal for the time being. He said, "Silver is down something like 70 or 80% from its all-time high, and gold is 15% below its all-time high." Adding, "I will buy both at the right price, but at the moment, I would prefer silver to gold." Agriculture has been another favorite sector for Rogers, and for good reason. No one is cutting food from their budget, no matter how bad the next crash is. Investing in agriculture is also becoming more accessible, even if you have no prior experience. The host also inquired about Rogers' plans for the next 3 years. He said, "The one thing I would sell would be the American stock market. The FANGs, the technology stocks in America. Already tech stocks have plummeted. The FANG companies, Meta, Apple, Amazon, Netflix, and Alphabet, are all in the red this year." This is not the first time that the business tycoon warned us about the recession. In July, he warned that more bear markets are coming and the next one will be the worst in his lifetime. Noting that many stocks will go down 90%, he stressed that investors will lose a lot of money. In a July interview with Kitco News, famed investor Jim Rogers warned of an impending bear market that would be the worst in his lifetime. Rogers is a former business partner of George Soros, with whom he co-founded the Quantum Fund and Soros Fund Management. Citing that we are somewhat in a bear market right now, he predicted that the worst has yet to come, warning more bear markets are coming. "The next one is going to be the worst in my lifetime." While explaining that in 2008 we had a problem with too much debt, he stressed that the debt has skyrocketed since then. He said, "The debt, oh my god, look out the window, the debt has skyrocketed everywhere. So the next bear market has to be horrible." Adding, "How can it not be a horrible bear market? I mean, the US has increased its debt by several times since 2009. Japan, oh my god, they can't even count the debt in Japan. In many countries in the world, the debt just goes higher and higher and higher. 2008 was because of too much debt. It's much worse now." Rogers also reiterated his view that the US dollar will lose its dominance, stating that the Russia-Ukraine war has accelerated it. The veteran investor described, "The world's international medium of exchange is supposed to be neutral. Anybody can do anything with it they want to. But unfortunately, Washington is changing those rules. Washington says, well, if they don't like you, you cannot use the US dollar. And people say, wait a minute, An international medium of exchange is supposed to be neutral. That's not the way it's supposed to work. That's all for today. We'll be sure to catch you all in the next one.